Alright, just got out. Physical therapy, you know the drill by now. Check it out. Got that much forward, that much back. I gotta work on going back. I can't get it back as far yet. So, you know, I can't do it without. Yeah. But my fingers are doing great, they said. So, you know, and they feel great. My fingers are like hardly sore anymore. They don't really hurt. So my finger has definitely gotten better. But gotta work on my wrist. My wrist is what sucks right now. Alright, we're going to the gym right now. Be back, you know. So go to the gym, gonna get his work in, read the word. Lately I just haven't been really okay, I did before, but all the video files got corrupted for the last video. But I don't know. I feel weird doing the gym stuff because it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? Because I'm pretty limited on what I can do right now. So up until I can actually like do more, I feel like I might just cut the. You can see that. Up until I feel like I can do more, I might just cut the gym stuff out for now. You know what I mean? Because it's like I'm doing the same thing over and over. I mean, you know, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. So, yeah. I'll record when I go on runs and stuff, though. Yeah, but pretty hyped about it. I'm pretty excited for the gym today. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. Something's like, I'm feeling the workout today. I'm just, you know, those moods. So, also, I think I'm gonna kind of wait on a haircut because I've been cutting it short lately. I think I'm gonna try to get my fro back. My fro. So not quite like. So I used to have like a fro, but it's you know, I used to have like a fro, but I kind of been cutting it. I'm at a four-way stop, and the guy over there was being weird. He like waved at me or something. He didn't wave at me to go. He just did like this. So he was here like way before me. So I have no idea who that guy is. But anyway, I'm just saying. I'm thinking of bringing the fro back. Not quite like as big as it was before, but more like kind of like midway. What do we call? Oh, we call it like a Jack Harlow look. Guess I'll just keep going with that. Like bring my Jack Harlow look back, I guess. But yeah, and grow the beard back out. I had a beard. Kind of been missing the beard. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I looked a little better with it. So, gonna bring the beard back. Before we get started on the Bible study, I know it's been a while since I upload. I did that kind of on purpose. One, I wanted to do this Bible study and have it done and everything. And two, I want to get the schedule. Wednesdays and Fridays, I want to get that set up. So I took a break so then I can have that, you know, get my schedule rolling. You know, it's been a little bit longer since I upload. And I know I didn't upload last Friday, but anyway, this should set things on track a little better. Put me like on track a little better. But today is actually it's a topic I struggle with a lot. So, you know, I'm gonna try not to yap too much. I'm gonna try to stay on topic, so keep it like somewhat interesting. But I'm gonna talk about keeping your eyes forward and set on God. You know, not looking back at the past. Because something that I struggle with a lot is looking back. Because, I mean, especially when the past was sweet. Like my homie, okay, so senior year of high school was one of the best years of my life. I had a really good senior year. It was awesome. I had a girl that I loved a lot, and I had a homie I had my brother, my best man, Josh. He's gonna be my best man at my wedding. And it was like, bro, it was like a movie. It was perfect. I was like a nerd, and she was kind of popular too, so I was like, dude, this is like Spider-Man. I'm like Spider-Man for real. That's a really stupid way of saying it, but anyway, it was nice. I should have broken up with that girl a lot sooner than when I did, because we tried it. that relationship turned sour pretty quick. But I sucked it up. I actually almost married the girl. She broke up with me the day I was driving to go get a wedding ring. Not an engagement ring, a wedding ring. We were driving back from Nashville with my friends, and I was gonna drop him off at the dorm and then go to the jeweler and buy like a little $8,000 wedding ring. Ain't no thing, right? And she dumped me with him in the car before we made it back to the dorm. So, hey, I had to call the jeweler back. It was pretty funny. I called the jeweler back, and he was like, I said, yeah, you can put the ring back on the shelf. And he went, oh. And I went, wait, she break up with you? And I went, yeah. And he said, hey, at least it happened before you bought the ring, because I'm only allowed to give you a 50% discount once you leave this store. And I went, oh, man, I would have been lost a girl I thought I was going to marry and lost $4,000. Bruh, I would have crashed out right there. Like, not even. But, you know, and some of the best times in my life, too, with Josh, like I was talking about, senior year of high school. Josh and I got into the gym, and we were working out a lot, and it was awesome. Like, that, but we became brothers. It was amazing the way we strengthened each other, joked around, all this. He's still my brother. Like, we play Fortnite and stuff now, but it's not because, you know, he's in Cali, I'm here. So, you know, can't necessarily work out at Planet Fitness together anymore after cross-country practice, but anyway. Point is, I'm just saying, I had a lot of stuff senior year, and it was really sweet. But as sweet as it was, I wasn't exactly necessarily happy. I have a video where I was talking about it, where I took little vlogs, and it's so funny that I looked back at these times, yet even though I wasn't as happy as I like to make it out to be. Because my grandpa had cancer, and that was, you know, that sucked. And, you know, it affected my mom. Her grandma just died the same year, too. So, affected her. It was tough. And, just, I mean, tough on me, too. But, you know, my mom's, like, the best person ever to me. So, seeing her hurt a lot. And, I remember talking about it in this video. I was like, I was about to leave for a good college, do an insanely good major, had a really attractive girlfriend, and I had a brother. I had like everything you could want senior year. And yeah. So what happened was and in the video I remember watching it back and being like, how come I feel like I'm losing? Even when I'm winning, I feel like I'm losing. I mean, I know why, because like I said, this relationship, I mean, it was good. I'm not going to gossip or anything. It was a good relationship. She was nice and everything, but it should have ended a lot sooner than when it actually did. Like, it should have been cut off way before she cut it off, because it was just, I don't envy that relationship anymore. All right, safe to say I don't look back on it a whole lot. I don't, yeah. But, like I said, it was difficult when I first, you know, because it caused a lot of triggers, a lot of things like that for me to spiral. Because like I called it, I was moonwalking. That's what I said. I was moving forward, but my head was backwards, because I just kept looking back at how sweet all these years were. And I'm like, dang, why can't it be as good as this? Like, all this drama started when back then it was just so simple, right? And, yeah, caused a lot of pain. But even back then, like I said, I was still not exactly I talked about how even when I feel like I was winning, I was losing. There was like, I just felt empty. Newsflash, it's because I didn't have Jesus. I know it's corny, but like, I'm way happier now. So, alright, I'm going to get into this real quick, because it caused me to spiral a lot. My second year at college caused me to spiral, because I was looking back. And, like, why can't it be as sweet as it was? Especially, okay, I shouldn't have gone back to college for a second year. It taught me a lot, but I kind of wasted a year, almost. Because I was miserable, didn't really want to be there. I was, like, literally probably some of the worst time of my life. I was fresh out the ER. Okay, not fresh out. At the beginning of the summer, I was in the ER. Like I said, that girl left me. The girl I had mentally married this woman already. I thought we were actually, like, when she said she wanted to get married, she was being honest and everything. Like, I had already mentally, I was there, you know? So, that, I had some family drama going on. A lot, pretty hefty family drama. And Air Force wasn't really working out, which I had spent 4 years planning in college, you know? So, and like I said, being an electrical engineer in college is hard. It is, dude, it is ridiculous how much math, bro. It is difficult. It is so hard. Like, God bless all the engineers, all right? I'm telling you, the amount of, the schoolwork is insane. There's a reason, like, man, it's hard. But, so, I moved back into town, which is not where I wanted to be because I've been, like I said, I picked a college far away from my hometown on purpose. So moving back caused me to address a lot of problems I had head on. Problems with my dad, address some, you know, the memories of me and this girl, small town, you know, so it's hard to go anywhere without thinking of some memory or something. And, you know, said there really wasn't a whole lot to hear from me. It just kind of hurt a lot of pain. But, which caused me to, you know, not in a great place. I remember my dad came back to work. We got in a big argument, and it sucked. Like, it was really bad. Like, it was really, really, really bad. I'd snuck a gun in from this is a little difficult for me to talk about, so I was planning on taking my life. Well, I wouldn't say planning, but I had it just in case. Because I had nothing going for me. I was quite literally at rock bottom. I was 19. I had nothing going for me. I only, like I said, I had nothing going for me. Home life was awful. I didn't do bad my first year of college. I mean, I only failed one class. It was chemistry. I had to retake it. I got a B on it when I retook it, so got that grade fixed. But anyway, I didn't do awful in college, but college isn't what I thought it would be. I didn't have my brother with me, like, in town. I wanted him back in town so bad. And then the girl I was literally wanting to marry just left the day I was going to go buy the ring. So, you know, all that happened all at once. Oh, plus like I said, the home drama and stuff, and Air Force not working. Everything I had planned blew up right in my face. I took a shotgun barrel to the teeth that year, pretty much. So then my dad came home. We got in a big argument. I couldn't take it. I was literally like, all right, glad I brought this just in case, because I'm gonna tonight's the night. I remember I had it in my mouth, and I was this close to pulling it. I was so close. And then I remember throwing it across the room because not because I was happy, because I was mad. I wasn't happy. What kind of thing is that to say? But I was mad. I was so mad I couldn't pull the trigger, so I just threw it. First thing in my head, I threw it. And I remember I called my friend Matthew, my roommate, and I told him, hey man, you need to pick me up, so, because it's that bad right now. So he picked me up. I ate dinner with his parents, and then we were supposed to go work out, and I told him, hey, you should just drop me off at the ER. And he said, what happened? And I told him, and he was like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm gonna just be straight up. No, I have nobody here. I feel like I have nobody. No one, I feel like I've lost everything good that I had, you know. Hindsight 2020, one, the relationship wasn't that good. I don't really look back on it a whole lot. Two, anymore. I don't look back at it a whole lot. It took me a while to get to that point, but once I started, like, addressing some things, I was like, all right. Yeah, it really wasn't that beneficial for me, and really wasn't all that. I'm not going to gossip, but it wasn't really all that great. Two, I missed my friend. I didn't have my best friend in town. Like, that was my dude. He was always there with me for when things got tough, and now he's thousands of miles away, all the way across country, you know? So, sucked. And then, like I said, I had no real home life. Like, home sucked, so I don't even know what to do there. And I'm back in this town where I have to face all these memories head on. Dude, like, everything just, like I said, I felt like I had nothing. So, and I was pretty much broke at this time too. Forgot about that. I used a lot of money. I basically spent all my money on this girl. So, I had like no money left. I used all my money on the girl in college. So, I had no money left, pretty much. So, yeah, I was pretty much in the gutter. There was no real out here except that one out I mentioned. So, when he checked me into the ER, he dropped me off at the ER. I went there, and I remember my dad came to the ER to visit, I guess. He came there. I don't know how he knew where I was. Probably checked Life 360, something like that. But he came to the ER, and he said this. He said, "I'm not here to call you stupid. I'm not here to take you home. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm just gonna sit here and let you know you're not alone. All right?" He said, "I didn't realize you were at this point. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this your way. I'm sorry." And then that night, I had one of my only heart-to-hearts I've ever had with my dad in my whole life. When we checked out the hospital, I'll maybe talk about it later, but I'm not gonna go too in depth. Not the heart-to-heart. I want to keep the heart-to-heart between just me. But I meant the ER and that whole 3-hour experience. But yeah, I got up. I had my only heart-to-heart with my dad. It was almost like me and his relationship was so bad. If it wasn't as bad as it was throughout all of high school and everything, I don't think that heart-to-heart would have hit as much as it did. But never having a real heart-to-heart that I could like really call back on and remember with him, that one heart-to-heart felt extremely powerful. I'm thankful for it. Like, you know, I don't think I tell him thank you enough for it, but I am. I'm very thankful for it. He was there when, I mean, I was quite literally at my lowest. I weighed 110 at 6 foot tall. I lost all gym progress. The only thing I was eating was salad crackers from the food court. Actually, I was back at home, so I wasn't eating. But before I left at college, I was eating nothing but salad crackers at the food court and Jack Daniels. And that's it. That actually, and Crown Royale. That was all that was entering my system, man. I was miserable. Awful. Terrible. The worst I've ever been. So, him being there was, and saying that, it was nice. And having that heart-to-heart. Remember after that, I got up. And like I said, this is how I looked at it. I was moonwalking. Because this is what I was working for. I was working to relive the way things were before. Like with Josh and this girl, and with these friends, because I wanted to feel those feelings again. That was the happiest I've ever been. I want that back, right? Because now I'm just stressed, miserable, like having panic attacks nonstop. And yeah. So I was working moonwalking, working for something that I used to have. I had like 2 jobs. Worked my butt, like literally sometimes I wouldn't even sleep. I would work this job in the morning, just drive to my next job, work out at Planet Fitness after this job, then go back home and just lay in bed. I couldn't sleep. I was manic. I was awful. I remember one time I blacked out on the road and just had a nosebleed. I think my brain like just shut down, like had an aneurysm because the amount of little sleep and the amount of little food I was eating. It was so bad. And how hard I was working my body. I like just had nosebleeds nonstop. I don't know why, but my brain would just like shut down. My body would just shut down a lot of times. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was working out, but I wasn't really doing it right. I wasn't eating right. I did start eating right after the first week because I managed to make myself eat again. Because if you've been in that situation where you almost, it's hard to eat, I'm not one of those people that stuff my face when I get sad. I'm one of those people that don't eat. So I was very much like, I'd take a little bite of anything and my body it'd be a real battle. And my heart goes out to people like that. Like, I totally understand. It's some people don't get it, but it's hard, you know? It's hard. So, like I said, working for something I had, because like I said, I wanted to have that love in my heart again that I had for this girl. I want that back, and I want my friend back, and all that. Like I want to be able to have this back, and I thought working harder would kind of make it happen. Maybe not that girl, you know what I mean? But like I'd find working for the wrong reasons. Went back to college. For some reason, nothing worked. My second year of college I was miserable the whole time. People said I was happier or seemed happier. I was miserable. I was off, bruh. It was terrible. I was going to parties and like drinking a lot more than I did. I wouldn't say a lot more. Let me not say that. But I was drinking a lot, and it was all, dude. I was miserable. I was so like, I don't even know why I kept doing, like, I don't know, but I did it because I just was looking for anything to give me that past satisfaction I had. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was that. And you know, nothing worked. I still had that endless gaping hole in my chest. So got the really good job opportunity, got offered it, took that mug right up, took my experience from college and everything, worked my way up, did pretty good. So, I mean, I still have the job, you know. Plan to go back and finish my degree probably, you know, I'm going to go back and finish it. I got a new sense of what I want to do, because I used to want to build satellites, but I think what I want to do really, I've been getting into F1 a lot, so I think I want to maybe pursue something in that field, engineering-wise. And, I mean, I work on cars and stuff now. And, anyway, I'm not gonna yap about that. Point is, I was moonwalking. Point is, I was moonwalking. I was doing it all wrong. I was doing it all wrong. Trying to get to somewhere where I had, when I should have just been trying to get to a future that's better than what I had with Jesus. So then, you know, because this is going to sound corny, but this filled the void. Jesus took it. The amount of joy I have had since then, and the amount of experiences I've had, the people I've met, everything, I've never felt like more fulfilled. I don't look back and envy that anymore. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah to me. I was living a life of sin. Why would I want that? I've never been healthier. It's a life of sin. And it's hard. Okay, I'm not going to say, why would I want that? Because looking back, it is sweet, you know? It's nice having someone there, right? Like the girl, Josh, etc., etc. It's fun to get wasted with your friends, you know? It's a little fun. I mean, I don't know. That depends on the person, I guess. I didn't really. I just did it because it made me numb for a little bit, made me forget. But, you know, I wasn't happy. So, but anyway. Point is, it's hard not to look back. So, I wish I just had. This is what I wish I had done. I wish I had focused on Jesus and listened to some of the advice my friend Solomon gave me when he told me to dive deeper into this and like focus on God and do ... you know, because it would have saved me a heartache. Because I mean, I understand why I went through all this now. I know how to. I'm better prepared for the next relationship. You know, I deal with things a lot healthier. I don't want to do the old things that were destructive to me, my body and soul anymore. I don't want to be a part of anything like, you know, like I got this joy now that I didn't have before. And speaking from experience, right now, this is where I am now is way better than I was in the past. I don't look back in the back because my present, like, my prayers have. I'm reaching a stage in my life where a lot of my prayers are becoming answered. Okay, pause. Let me not say that, but I'm getting to a point where a lot of things are, you know, I'm understanding why I had to go through this. I'm understanding why I needed the growth and why I needed all this. It made me wiser, made me able to handle it, made me a better man. One of the prayers I used to pray when I was younger was, I don't want to end up like my dad. That's why I used to say. I know that's bad to say, but like I said, my dad was not someone I looked up to. I didn't want to be him at all. I wanted to do everything in my power to not end up like him. And being in a relationship where I almost got married and all this stuff, friends and dealing with problems the wrong way, stuff like that. Like, I understand now, it's almost like, because when I talked to my dad, he didn't, okay, I don't want to talk bad about, well, I'm just going to say it. Anyway, I don't want to say anything, like, I don't want to talk bad about my dad too much. Him and I are fine now, We're not like best buds, which is cool, but we don't hate each other anymore, so, we're not, like I said, we're not like super homies or like, anything, but, be better. Like I said, I appreciate him a lot because of some of the stuff he taught me. I mean, these last few years have really grown our relationship a lot, which didn't happen for a lot of the other Velotta males. They didn't build the relationship till later on down the road, and it shows in how they treated their families. So anyway, what I'm saying is, I'm understanding now that prayer that I prayed when I was little is almost like it's getting answered now. If I had not gone through this, I would not have been where I am now. I have a way different mindset on things. I feel calmer. I mean, like time will tell, but I feel calmer. I'm just a lot more, I'm a lot more firm in my faith than I would have been otherwise. I'm a lot more focused on what I need to be focused on, which is not money, not girls, not drugs, not etc. It's God. And yeah, I'm seeing God's work firsthand. And if I had not gone through that, like I said, there's this saying. It's like, don't ask for growth and be upset when it rains. I saw that and I was like, dude, it's crazy. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it's almost like me asking to not end up, like, that's one of the most consistent prayers I prayed, was me like, I don't want to end up like my dad. Please don't let me end up like my dad. I'm understanding now that this is all, like, that prayer almost, like, anyway. And now that I'm understanding it more, I'm like, I don't want the things of the past. I was foolish back then. I'm smarter now. I mean, may not be as big right now, but I just got done with a surgery. All right, so cut me a little slack, but we're getting there. I'm gonna be bigger. Don't worry, I'm gonna be bigger than I was in the past. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna be so much bigger. Anyway, I'm not really worried about how big I get or whatever. I just want to be as strong as I was. I'm not. So, back to this. What I'm saying is, it's hard not to get out of that cycle of moonwalking and really put your faith in God. Because the future, to me, and it's different for present, but for me, thought of uncertainty and what's in front of me and not knowing what's in front of me is scarier than anything ever. I think if you put a gun to my head, I still would be more scared of what's ahead of me, like my future. I'd be more like overthink about, is he gonna pull the trigger? I think the thought of you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the future, the uncertainty of the future is what scares me the most. And it's hard to have faith in God for that. Because here's how I like to describe it. I like to let Jesus have the wheel, but I like to kind of have my hand hovering above it. So when Jesus is like, hey, we got to go through this gravel. You need a little more growth before you're ready for this. I'm like, but there's perfectly good asphalt right here. So let me take it. That asphalt ditch, So now I got to reverse and go down the gravel trail. And Jesus is like, bruh, why didn't you just let me handle it? And I'm like, because I thought I knew better. And it's hard because I like to plan a lot. Like I said, I planned for 4 years. Air Force, the girl, I had planned that out all throughout high school. Well, the girl was more of like the last year of high school, but anyway, point is I planned it out. And God said, that ain't you, bro. You ain't there yet. You're not gonna go there. We're not. I got a better plan. And he took it all away. Which like I said, it all makes sense now. So, the point I'm getting at here is moonwalking is a very hard cycle to get out of, and it causes a lot of hardship. As in, like, looking for, quick fixes and drugs and stuff like that. So right here in these verses, God is talking to the Israelites. Because they're looking back at being in slavery. Because they're in a really rough spot. So it's a rough spot when they're looking back at when they were slaves in Egypt. Because, it's they're like, at least we had food and all this stuff. And God, now we just hungry and, And this is what God says. Isaiah 43, 18 through 19. It's a very, very good verse. Do not remember the past events. Pay no attention to things of old. Look, I am about to do something new. Even now it is coming. Do you not see it? Indeed, I will make a way in the wilderness, rivers in the desert. So the last bit, this translation is a little old, or a little different. There's other translations like, I'm going to take care of you. I put rivers in the desert for the life there, and I put, you know what I mean? He's saying, like, I even take care of the animals in the desert because I know they need water. So why would I not take care of you? So, look in this. It's saying, like, don't worry about the future. You might not get it, and it might be harder, but I'm doing something new, and it's gonna and it has your best intention in mind. Because we've already read verses throughout of God saying He loves you, and He has your best intention in mind. Doesn't mean it's gonna get easier. It doesn't mean it's necessarily gonna, be fun at first, but He has your best intent in mind. If anything, it says it's gonna get harder. But like I said, don't expect growth without a little rain. So, point is, anyway, I'm saying this to say, like, why would, if we're talking about the same God that we talked about that is unchanging, unwavering, and all good, why would His future, even if it's hard and you don't get it and it's that gravel road and it's going to really mess with your suspension, bro, because I got a low ride-in Ford Fusion, bro. I can't, gravel roads ain't my forte. I'm not, I'm not F-150 built, man. I don't know about this, man. God's got His best intent in mind. At the end of that gravel road could be a bajillion dollars. I don't know. I'm just using like some superficial thing to really like get it across. But anyway, there's a parable even of talking about a man who he'd become a king or something. I'm not gonna go. I don't remember. But there's a story, and I think it's in the Bible. It's one of the I don't remember. But there's a story. There's a kingdom, and he can have the kingdom. All he's got to do is keep his eyes forward. But this road has lions and, like, people on it and all this. And the lions get, like, this close to him. And he's told that the lions won't hurt you if you keep your eyes straight. If you keep your eyes straight, the lions just don't look at the lions. They won't eat you. He does. He makes it to the end. He was scared. Duh. I mean, a lion right here snarling teeth at you, and you can't look at it. I'd piss myself, bro. That's horrifying. So, makes it all the wealth, riches, yada yada. Point is, keep your eyes on God. Don't moonwalk. Stay focused on what's forward, and keep moving. It's like Meet the Robinsons. Keep moving forward. Yeah. That's Meet the Robinsons, right? Because what's his name? Goog or whatever. Goog. I don't remember. Isn't it G-O-O-G? Goog. I don't remember his name. Goop? Is it Goop? I don't know. The bowler hat guy. The dude with the baseball hit him in the face when he was younger and all that. He got stuck in the past and transfixed on that one event. All the bad things and all this, like, that cause you to moonwalk, they're happening for a reason. So stay focused on what's forward. Look to God. Don't let your gaze fall off. And just know that He's there for you. He's not, He's there for you. And when you're weak, there are people in your life that are there. I mean, like, and if there's, you fall, and if you're feeling weak, fall back on Him. I know it says if you ask for strength and wisdom is the two things I think God, I know wisdom for sure is. I think there's a verse about strength. Don't quote me on that. Don't just take this as like, don't this isn't. I need to look into it a little more. But anyway, I know wisdom's for sure one that God's like, if you ask for it, you will get it. If you ask me for wisdom with good intent and good heart, you will get it. Wisdom's something I bless people with. Strength, I think, is another one. But again, I don't remember 100%, so don't call me on that one 100%. I don't want to be, blasphemous or anything. But call on him in moments of weakness and understand that his plan is greater than your plan. You might not get the full picture at first. You will later on down the line. Because now I'm like, let me just talk about now, I guess. Now I'm more focused on him than I am on anything else, which Tyzier, like I said, Tyzier and I have essentially become brothers, which is awesome. I haven't had that with anyone since Josh, so sweet. Josh and I still talk. It's not me belittling Josh. All right, Josh is still my Pookie Bear. Tyzier doesn't get Pookie Bear title. That's only Josh. Josh is still my Pookie Bear. But anyway, but not only that, but like I said, I'm not really focused on female-wise, but I've had opportunities present themselves. I said no because I'm just not ready right now. I still want to focus on God. Well, okay, I'm not going to say I'm not ready. Let me take that back. I know that God's got someone out there for me, all right? And when she shows up, it's going to be, bro, it's going to be, like, the best thing ever. Like, other than Jesus, I think. Other than having the Holy Spirit in you, bro, dude, it's going to be awesome. But like I said, I'm not really focused on that. I'm focused on getting as close as I can with God. So, the point is, this surgery and me leaving college and this job have been literally the best times of my life. I get all of it now. I understand why I had to go through it and why I get it. I know how to get myself out of the rut when I'm moonwalking. I know, I like I said, the amount of growth I've had has been, I'm not patting myself on the back. This is all God. This is not me. This is not me at all. I didn't do this. Because if I had my way, I would be in Air Force doing college, probably still being miserable. So, like I said, this has been the best, like it all makes sense now. The amount I've grown as a person and the amount of wisdom and just how much able I'm able to, my dad and I even fixed our for the, for the most part. Like, it's not perfect, but it is leaps and bounds better than when it was when I was just trying to get out. Because if what happened now didn't happen, if what happened to me didn't happen, my dad and I would not talk again. I'm being sure. I would not talk to that man again. I wouldn't ask him for help. I wouldn't do anything. Probably just repeat the cycle. The velottaqanda cycle. Just, continue the trauma onto my kids or whatever. I'm glad the girl didn't work out because that relationship was sinful and not good. And like I said, it was not. There's a lot of. I'm not gonna gossip too much, but I should have been out that relationship way sooner. Like second week of college, should have already been done with that relationship. After what happened, just straight up get out. Should not have taken her back after that. That should have just been it. But anyway, point is, I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's it's in the past. I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, God's got me. I'm not really focused on anything else, but like I said, growing me, God, and okay. I'm kind of yapping right now, but anyway, that you get what I'm saying? Like I get it now. It makes sense after you go through it. Hindsight 2020 always. And I thank God every day for putting me in these situations. Because I think the craziest one, like everything that happened, like seriously, everything that's happened has been insane. Like Tyzier and I reconnecting, that should not have happened, bro. You know how small of a percentage that was? There's no other way. The amount of growth I've had was that's all God. It's all God. There's nothing I've done. It's all God. All glory to him. Because my plan would have ended me. Actually, not even in college in the Air Force. My plan would have ended me dead. I would have died. Anyway, so, dying compared to this is pretty nice. So, but, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know this Bible study was way longer than I intended, but hey, we covered some good topics, some important topics, some topics that I feel like a lot of people deal with, and yeah, just stay focused on God. Don't moonwalk. Remember, there's no growth without a little rain. No flower grows without, and Isaiah, if he had the rebellious Israelites, if he had them in their hand and, watched after them, he's got you. May not get it at first, and it may be hard, but and I know it can be hard. I'm sorry. Again, I'm here if you need me. I have I have the Velotta Q&A emailed below if you need it. Like I said, reach out, talk about anything. I'll answer the question. And like I said, my socials and stuff are there too. If anyone needs anything, or is anyone's in a dark spot, I'm here. Reach out. I will answer eventually. So, it gets better. It gets better. I promise. It gets better. But you have to keep your eyes transfixed on God and keep moving forward. All right. I'm done yapping, or what? I guess preaching now. I'm kind of preaching now instead of yapping, but anyway, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Yeah.